Tonight, we are going to go over how to get started in trading. We have, it's going to be a 3 day um, event. So it's going to be tonight at 8, we have tomorrow, and then the next day. So tonight, I want to do a few things: lay the groundworks, tell you guys exactly what you'll be learning, why you should be learning it, and really the story of how I got to trading what I'm trading. Um, so the first thing I want to do is I kind of want to talk about our mission statement here. This was about 7 years ago in my dorm room. This was before COVID. It's crazy to think it's already been that long. But this is when I first started.
Alrighty, team. I just want to make a quick little introduction video to the YouTube channel. First video up. My name is Jason. As many of you might know, I'm a young entrepreneur trying to help lead many of you to financial freedom. If that's traveling, saving up to buy a house, a car, anything, whatever that means to you, I want to help catalyze the process. In the last month, I've helped build a pretty awesome team of hardworking, focused, like-minded individuals that want not only them to win, but you to win as well. So I just wanted to make a quick little rundown, a little tour of the Discord we have.
Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, share a tab. That's why. To share audio, share a tab. It's got to be a Microsoft tab, really. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to share the audio because Microsoft Edge is butt cheeks. Well, oh well, it's not that important, I guess. Essentially, what I was saying in the video was I just want to help you guys make a little bit more money, and if that eases your life through being able to have that vacation you want, being able to buy that car you want, or being able to hopefully do this for a full-time gig. I get not everyone wants to, but that's been my mission statement since day one. And at that point, I was 17. I had $2,000 to my name, and my wife gave me a friendly reminder earlier today that at this time I was actually getting kicked out of class. So that's a whole other story. But really, I had no direction. This was my direction, what I'm doing now. So step one was kind of having a more of a vision for my life, and this is exactly what I envisioned myself doing. And that's been my mission statement since day one. Now, flash forward to today. I'm a 23-year-old, so I've been doing this for about 7 years now. I started PC in 2019, 2018. Really, I was just kind of tracking my journey. 2019 was when I kind of pulled it together and created more of a team. But out of everything that I've created, I am by far most proud of my family. The family I've been able to have, the time I've been able to spend with them has been amazing. And honestly, it wouldn't have been able to be done without trading. I get to work from home. I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. This is my average day right here. You can see I have a Discord open. I'm trading with a team, sharing my screen, and I'm at a coffee shop. This was taken during Christmas. I'm just holding one of my sons. I got two boys. And I absolutely love what I do. On top of that, I've been able to roll a lot of my money I've made from trading and investing into other businesses, which we'll get into in a little bit. But I've been able to make a fair amount of money in my last few years. And in retrospect, it hasn't been that long. I was dirt broke 6 years ago. But the biggest thing is when it comes to passion, I love teaching, which is why I'm doing this on Monday night. I absolutely love it. Because I've met, believe it or not, my best friends, pretty much all have came from being students of mine. All of my close friends, people I would consider really dear friends, have all been students of mine at one point. And so the reason why I love educating is the people I get to meet. And this is why we teach one-on-one here at PC. We feel in our hearts it's best to have a genuine connection with our team members and our students. I can name all these guys. I can name their Discord names. I can say where they're from. Just awesome guys. That's me right there. This was ProfitCon 2021. We're actually doing in-person event this year if anyone's interested. And then my other best friends, you can see that's me. That's Noah, who was a student of mine about 4 years ago. He started. Now he's my best friend. Pete is one of our head educators, also a student of mine. Jared is actually a business partner of mine now, and we own and operate a construction company. We're doing really well. And Abakar is my head coder. So all these guys were students of mine, and now they're really dear friends. Even this dude. I'm even friends with this dude. So if you're like, dude, I'm a weird guy, I don't know if I can be friends with you, listen, I'm friends with this guy. He's a student of mine. This is AJ, and you'll hear about him in a little bit. He's a funny guy. But I actually have a couple Inner Circle members coming to flying them out. They'll be here on Thursday, and they're going to join in, and they'll be at my house. We'll be able to trade together. So, yeah. So don't worry if you're a little weird like him. He's a little touched, but he's a good guy. Love him. And the last thing I want to say is the reason why I really want to teach guys trading is what you guys can do outside of trading. Trading is it's a lifestyle play. If I had to sit at my desk from 9 to 5 and trade all day, I wouldn't do it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there's good money in it. There's a lot of stress that can come from it. But if I had to sit at my desk from 9 to 5 anyway, and I don't get my time back, then what am I doing? Seriously, what am I doing? And it's allowed me to do some amazing things. Travel is huge for me. One of my pictures isn't loaded in here. This is Honduras. I'm a big believer in missions work. I'm actually going back out in June if anyone's interested. I've been able to do some missions work out there, but absolutely love trading. I'll always do it for the rest of my life. Big traveler. I just went on a bear hunt, like I said. And the last thing, I was supposed to have a picture of my house. I'm not a big spender. I grew up with a single mom. But I don't mind spending money on my house, on my humble abode. I work here. I have a ton of people over. My wife and I love hosting. But yeah, it's me in Honduras. So anyway, I want to talk about first my style of trading. I think it's important to touch on really like why trade what I trade, because there's so many avenues of trading. There's stocks, there's Forex, there's crypto, there's futures, there's options, there's this, there's that, there's that. You could trade Pokemon cards for Pete's sakes. So why trade small cap stocks? Well, when I was at the New York Stock Exchange, and I knew this beforehand, but this really cemented it for me. That's Peter Tuchman. He's the Einstein of Wall Street, people call him. What's the guy that everyone does the opposite of what he says? He's the analyst for Fox. Bald dude. Can't think of his name. Really? He's like Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer sitting over there doing news. Anyway, the reason why I short small cap stocks is because of one thing. A study that I read that said over 85% of orders routed through the NASDAQ were high-frequency trading algorithms. And what that means is I am competing a majority against high-frequency trading algorithms. I'm not going to win that fight. I'm an emotional guy. I'm a human. I'm not going to beat an algorithm. I'm not going to beat a bank. I'm not going to beat these quants that went to Harvard. Absolutely not. But here's the thing. Those high-frequency trading algorithms and these billion-dollar banks and hedge funds are focusing on stocks that have what's called liquidity. These bigger player stocks, your Apples, your Nvidias, your Teslas, everything that's in the S&P 500, they will trade. What I trade, they don't even dare to touch because there's not enough liquidity. It's too small of a company for them to buy any shares because they have so much capital. If they move a little bit into this company, it'll explode the company. So they really can't touch them, which is great because it leaves opportunity for the little fish, for you and me. So instead of competing against 85% of people who are, or 85% of orders who are high frequency trading algos, I get to compete against everyday Joes. I get to compete against guys like me, guys like you. And that, I like my odds. I really do like my odds. If I'm competing against, if I have 10 people in a room that know a thing or two about stocks, I'm confident that I can be the top 2 or 3 in there to make money. So for me, it's about competition. I'm going against guys like you and me. I'm not going against banks. So of course I'm going to take that competition. I'm going to pick on someone my own size. Now, The short side, and the reason why I short, which means I bet the stocks are going to go down, which we're going to learn in a minute, is I understand that these are low quality companies to begin with. These are not great companies. So, of course, they're more likely going to continue lower. These companies suck. There's a reason why they're small companies. It's because they don't make any money. They're not great. They're not great investments. So when these stocks have a move, I like to short. Okay. Um, and then in 2023, I switched brokers. That was a short bias broker that really allowed me to short anything I wanted. And I didn't realize that that was such a big deal until I actually switched off of shorting. Because again, I started trading in 2018. And all through COVID, I didn't short anything. I longed at everything, and that obviously played to my advantage for those of you guys who were around during COVID. But it took me a few years to become a short bias trader. Um, and then I back tested it. I successfully, my first month of shorting, I doubled my account with PDT. If you guys don't know what this means, is you can only take 3-day trades in a 5-day rolling period. Well, I take 3-day trades a day now, so it was really hard to grow an account back then, and I still was able to double it. So I was like, oh my goodness, there's opportunity here. I need to learn, and I went and brought on more educators and I learned. I learned exactly what to do. And for me, I stick to the $1 to $200 million market cap stocks. I'm going to show you guys how to track if it's in that wheelhouse. I don't do forex. I don't do crypto. I don't do options. And I don't do large cap trading. And there's a reason for that. I should say I do crypto a little bit. I will never teach crypto in the sense of hey, this is how I make money, because honestly, majority of my crypto picks have been super lucky. So as far as trading it, you're gonna have to reach out to Noah. I don't trade Bitcoin. I'm a hodler, and I could answer questions why I don't really like each of those things in the end, and why I stick to what I do. But we'll save that. So you guys can't hear the audio because of stupid Microsoft whatever Edge. I don't know why it wasn't on Chrome. So built on our brain is built to help us alleviate pain. There's a study that I'm going to show you guys that there was a brain that was hooked up to an EKG or whatever, and they showed this individual financial reward. And you saw the strata, or the something strata, where basically you saw these neural pathways firing. You saw it light up, glow up, okay, a little bit, because the guy had that dopamine rush of having a win. And then the equal size win, there was a loss that happened. And there was a 250% increase in the neural pathway activity. So we could assume that losses weigh on our mind 250% more than wins. That sucks. And we're going to talk about it. And want to know how I know this? Let's look at the loser chat, shall we? I all know y'all are losing on the daily and no one's putting their losses in there. Okay? Thing is, we have conditioned ourselves to accept winners and reject losers. When in fact, there's more lessons we learn in the losers chat than the winners chat. So, by saying that, post your losers so you can condition your mind to know that losers are okay, and we are a community here. We all lose, okay? And 2, post your charts in there so other people can learn from your losses and you can learn from theirs. So, what I'm talking about in this lesson is I'm trying to go through a study that I pulled from Harvard that talks about how traders manage losses. Hey, AJ's in the chat. AJ's the guy I showed earlier. If I use my imagination, I can. Golly. Okay. So, all right, Ken. So, imagine that you have. Has anyone gotten an EKG done to their brain, where they're testing the brain waves? I have epilepsy, so I've gotten a few. But essentially, what they were doing was they were seeing how a human brain reacts to two things. to wins and losses. And what do you think affected the brain more? A win or a loss? As far as certain levels skyrocketing the brain. Do you think a win really made the brain go or a loss made the brain go? What do you think affected the brain more? Simon says loss. Ken says loss. Justin says win. We got 33 of you guys in here. Oh, Justin switched. He's like, nah, I'm a loss. All right, we got 33 guys in here, so we'll move on when we get a couple more answers. We gotta have some active participation in here. There we go. Lost. Okay, so not many people are saying I have to leave. We'll learn more. Please follow up. Mr. Chase, just DM me on whatever platform you. Just hit me up on Discord or Instagram, and I'll send you the recording for this because we're about to get into some good stuff. Okay. You guys were right. A loss. Wait a minute. Dude, I'm an idiot. You guys can read the slide right here. Golly. Okay, how many of you guys knew that the whole time? Seriously, or how many of you guys didn't read that? Did like everyone read that? Am I the only one that wasn't? I just read the slides, bro. Okay. So, so a brain actually experiences a financial loss 250% more intense than a win. And the reason why this is important is because of two main things. Well, one main thing. We know because your brain reacts to a loss harsher than a win, the emotion of fear is stronger than the emotion of greed. Think about this. Your brain wasn't necessarily designed to go after certain things. It's kind of designed to protect you of certain things. That's how your brain works. It recognizes certain patterns and recognizes the emotion felt with that pattern. It's like, hey, let's not do this. Hey, let's not eat that food. Hey, let's not go to that place. Hey, let's not say that thing to that person. Our brain tries to avoid hurt and loss as much as possible. And so because of that, the emotion of fear is stronger than the emotion of greed. And why that's even important is because, like I said, I'm trading against everyday Joes. I'm trading against guys like you, guys like me. I'm not trading against high-frequency trading algorithms. So there's emotion in what we're doing. So finding the fear is good. Finding where noob traders start to experience the fear of potential loss, that's where we like to go short. Because at that point, we are winning and they are going to start losing. If you don't know what shorting means, we'll get into that in just a minute. This was a study. I have all the studies on all of our mastermind lessons. I back all the studies up with actual found research. This is not ones I just asked ChatGPT about. I've done a fair amount of research on these. So another thing I want to talk about, and if you guys are taking notes, I'd write this down. Think about this. The reason I short is, again, I call these companies trash. The stocks I trade are trash. I'll be the first to say it. They are trash companies. Garbo. Now, does anyone know what a stock dilution is? When a stock dilutes, what happens? Can anyone guess? Okay, Justin D said offering. Yep, I mean that is definitely a form of dilution. So Justin's on it. So here's the thing. Companies, the whole reason they're publicly traded is to what? The initial public offering. They do okay. Geez, what do you guys have watched my whole course? You guys know everything. You guys are killing it. Okay, these Sean, Justin, Audric. Is that right? I probably botched that. Anyway, you guys are all right. So the thing is, these companies need to raise capital, but need to raise capital often. Again, these guys don't make any money. And tomorrow we're gonna really dive into this. Tonight is more surface level. So here's the thing: if a company sucks, and they have the opportunity to sell their own stock, I always say it this way: if a company can sell their own stock, if the company is in a good point to sell their own stock, and should they sell their own stock, meaning do they have the availability to do so? And when I'm saying that, What I mean by that is when these companies skyrocket, ever heard of a penny stock jumping like hundreds of percents and everyone making money? Sure, that's great. But there's a reason they're a penny stock. It's because they're not a great company. So when these penny stocks jump, they then dump. The reason is the insiders or the company that they themselves need to dilute their own stock to raise capital in order to keep going. So it's not uncommon. Pump and dumps are still very much legal, guys. Pump and dumps are very much legal. They just have different names for them now. And how it works is a company will pump their own stock up through some sort of bullcrap PR release. It'll skyrocket the price because scalpers will buy it. It'll continue higher, and they'll sell their own stock just like that to raise capital. It happens every single day, and that's really why I short. Because why wouldn't if the very own company itself that I'm trading wants to sell their own stock, why would I buy it? See what I mean? Like if the insider's like, nah, we suck. We need capital. We need money bad. We need money real bad. They're going to sell their own company. Well, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to be the one they're going to pawn their crap company off to. So I'm going to short it, and I'll make money when it goes down. Little hot tool girl, yeah, she diluted it all right. Holy crap, I don't think anyone's heard from her since. Here's another example. I left a lot of meat on the bone in this one, but you can see the stock jumped, I shorted, and then it dumped. Okay, now if you guys don't know what shorting is, I have this little doodle bob here for you, and I'm going to really break it down. Every kind of key concept, those of you guys who are in our mastermind program, whenever we have an advanced concept, I have a little friendly helper called J Money, helps us out. We don't have any advanced concepts tonight, maybe tomorrow. But the thing is, when you short a company, you are betting that the stock will go down. And as the stock goes down, you make more money. If you guys don't know what shorting means, I'm going to explain it really easily. I'll explain it really quickly. Imagine you... anyone collect anything when you're younger? Anyone collect Pokemon cards or baseball cards? Football cards? Any collector thing? Anyone? David? Baseball cards, football cards, Pokemon cards? Don't be saying Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't be doing that to me right now. What would you guys collect? Someone help me out here. David's like, crap, he knows about my Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection. Okay, yo, it was, bro. Alright, let's do Pokemon cards. So let's just say do you have a brother, David? You have a brother by chance? Does David have a brother? It's really, really important here. Let's just say, for the sake of this example, you, David, have a brother. I'm going to pick on David for a minute. Now, let's say David... Okay, he does. Perfect. So, David's a perfect example. Let's just say, David, that your brother collected Pokemon cards. And for some reason, you thought Gyarados was a really crappy Pokemon. So you're like, hey, brother, can I borrow your one-of-one super rare Gyarados card? And he's like, sure. I mean, I don't know why, but here, take it. Just borrow it. You're borrowing his card. Okay? Staying with me? So you, David, take the card, and you go, you know what? I'm going to short this card. So what you do is you borrowed it from your brother, and you went and sold it on eBay for $100. So you just sold your brother's most popular card for $100. Now, in a month's time, he goes, hey, David, can I have my Gyarados card back? And you're like, oh, yeah, no problem. I'll get it back for you. Knowing dang well you sold that on eBay. Well, you go back on eBay that evening because you have to buy one that's either the exact one or something close to it, and you find one close to it for $50. You're like, okay, well, let me buy this card real quick, and I'll just give it back to him, and we'll call it good. I forgot I sold it. Here's the thing. In that example, how much money did you just make? Because you borrowed the card, sold it, then bought it back, and gave it back to him. How much did David make in that example? Dollar amount. How much did David make? If he sold it for $100, okay, yep, $50 exactly. So David made $50. He borrowed the card first, okay, and then bought it back at a cheaper price. Now, what if David sells a card for $100 and bad news, it's a one of one and it was a really rare card, and now he has to buy it back for $1,000. The guy's like, I'm not giving it back to you unless I get $1,000. Well, David just lost a lot of money trying to short that Pokemon card. So you have to pick your battles when it comes to shorting specific stocks. And have very strict criteria. But that is shorting. You're betting that something's going to go down, so you borrow it first and sell it. You sell it first. You do not buy something. You sell it first, and then as it goes down in price, you buy it back at a cheaper price, and you get to keep the difference. That's shorting. Okay? Good. Now, here's the thing. The basket of stocks that I short, and I have strict criteria, have an over 73% chance of ending lower than they did that day if they ran at least 70 to 100%. So stocks that are up over 70 to 100% of the day, after market opens, if you short, you leave it till close, you have a 74% chance of making money on that day. That's pretty good. Pretty good percent chance, you know. That's not bad. But here's the thing. The 20% chance that it continues higher at open, you can lose a lot, right? Remember the Gyarados card. So we have to have proper risk management. Well, what happens when we instill a sound risk management system? You mean to tell me, through shorting, in a one fiscal year, I could turn 2,000 to 147,000 shorting stocks with a maximum drawdown of only being down 22%, which means as you continue higher in your shorting, and with proper risk management, the max you'll ever be down in a given time would be 22 grand. However, at the end of the year, if you did this exact same system that I did last year, you would have turned 2,000 to 150,000. That's some meme coin numbers right there, right? That's some dang good profit. That's really good profit. And you know that you would have ended green roughly 7 out of 10 days. Actually, this is the numbers. If I go to this tab of daily analysis, you'll see it's 14 green months in a row. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So the money we can make from doing this, there's a lot of money to be had. But here's the thing. There's immense risk involved if you don't have a sound risk management system, which is going to be on day 3. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Now, day 2, we'll talk about fundamentals and technicals. But day 1, I want to show you some case studies. So C4 Therapeutics, they gapped up over 600% off of some BS contract. And when they hit our certain criteria, we went short. You can see I made over $31,000 on this stock. Not a bad day's pay. It was spread out over 3 or 4 days, but I made about 50% on it, on this one stock alone. About a 50% gain. Okay, and that's not insane numbers. Some people, want $500 in a day, or 500% in a day. You're not going to get that with stocks, especially with shorting. But due to compounding interest, it can be a really sexy number at the end of the year. Here's another one. I shorted SNTG. It ripped over 400%. Went short as it consolidated. Again, I'm going to teach you guys what that means. And I made about a 40% gain. This hold time was around 2 hours. So definitely a longer hold time. My average hold time is probably, I'd say about 2 hours, hour and a half. And made about $7,000 in that one. Not bad. And you can see, even with my losses here, 2,000 I lost. I lost here 1,600, 680. The goal is for your losers to be a whole lot smaller than your winners. If you can do that, you'll make money trading. Okay. Now, if you guys are a complete noob, some of my pictures just aren't loading tonight. I'm not quite sure why. If you guys are complete noobs, I am going to copy and paste these videos for you guys to take with you tonight. And use it as homework. It will teach you everything you need to know on candlestick basics. Because I really want to dive into trading here over the next 2-3 days. And I really can't cover all the basics needed to build a proper foundation. So I feel like, heck, if you could find them on YouTube, watch them. But here's my videos, videos 1 through 8. Give them a watch. It won't take too much of your time. Each video is about 10-15 minutes. Level 2, oh, Justin. Yeah, you're going to like that one. I might have to do a deeper dive with you Thursday or Friday, because that does teach you how to read the basics, but there's a lot more to it. But oh yeah, that was a fun challenge, dude. None of my pictures are loading. What's going on here? Only the one of AJ. My own Carter is just like not loading. Hold on. Okay. So I do want to talk about some success stories of some PC members that are using this system right now. Noah obviously was a student of mine 4 years ago, and now he's a head trader and now actually co-owner of PC. Has just excelled year over year on trading, and I couldn't be more proud of him. AJ, who's in the chat tonight, in January turned I think $1,000 to $5,000 just doing the system in about 2 weeks with I think he went 20 something green days in a row. Now he is in a drawdown right now. We're gonna get him out of it. That's just a part of trading. Drawdown's a part of it. That's him trading my house. I don't know what he was so shocked by. I mean, those are just average numbers for me. But anyway, no, just kidding. And then Carter is one of our members. He joined last year, and the dude is in high school. That's literally we were at a call and we were trading live, and he was in a high school. He's in a classroom, and he's still doing it. So if he can do it, you guys absolutely can. Okay, so tonight, the last thing we're going to do tonight before we move on to day 2, which is fundamental and technical analysis. I'm going to show you guys both of them tomorrow night. Is we're going to get you guys on the broker that I do utilize. A few questions I have are, does it need $25,000? Does this broker require $25,000 to start trading? The answer is no. If you guys are brand new, every broker in the U.S. that you guys are looking at, if you want to day trade full time, you need at least $25,000 of cash sitting in your account just to be able to trade full time. If you don't, you have to take 3-day trades in a 5-day rolling period. And let me tell you what, I've taken 30-day trades in a day. So that's crazy that only 3 in a 5-day rolling period. You have to be super selective. And even then, I know guys who would rather lose money than lose a day trade. It's absolutely crazy. Can you short anything? Oh yeah, you better believe it. You can short anything your heart desires. Now, this is a double-edged sword. Shorting's great. You can make a lot of money. You can lose a lot of money. But not every broker has the shorting availability that Hammer does. Easy to get in and out? Absolutely. These are my hot buttons up here. You can see my level 2. The red and green buttons. I simply click them. I'm in. I click them. I'm out. It's instant fill. Love it, love it, love it. And can I have help setting it up? Absolutely. We are going to hold your hand every step of the way. This is going to be kind of the end of each lesson. We're going to go through opening an account. And here's the funny thing. Hammer was only for the PC students until tonight. Tonight, I'm going to open it up for the first time to free members. You guys are going to be the first free members to ever get on Hammer. Pretty cool, right? So don't go ahead and tell everyone. It's for paying PC members only, but tonight we're opening it up for an exclusive opportunity for you guys to get on without having to pay a door fee. And we're still going to help you guys set everything up. Now, you guys said it's US only or no US. So it's no US unless you are part of the PC team. But technically, you guys are part of the PC team for today. So we're going to get you guys all onboarded. So I just sent a link in the chat. Canadians can trade on it. Yep. So if you guys are overseas, I can get you guys another link. So this is the link for guys who are non-US. The second one is. The first one is a DocuSign. I'm going to click on it. And this is the documentation you guys need to open an account. It's going to be a little while. We have video. Let me do a different email. Let me do my. We have videos walking you guys through it, but I'm going to kind of show you. Nope. So if you guys are non-US, use the second link, which is the. It says https alertpro.securities.net authentication, blah, blah, blah. If you guys are US, you want to go right to the DocuSign. So if you're not US, you're not going to be able to help. Or we're not going to be able to help you tonight because you have to wait for the team to wake up. But because we are technically the leaders of the US branch, we can get you guys on pretty much tonight. Yes, it is Hammer Pro. Yep, Hammer Pro. Okay, if you're from Canada, use the second link. Don't use the DocuSign. Only people from US use DocuSign, and they do accept business accounts. You can use a lot of things for writing off. So it's pretty straightforward. AJ, you in here? Okay. Yep. So these buttons do work. You just click over it. For I do not. I am not related. Okay. Sign. Now, I already have an account, but I'll adopt and sign. And guys, we spent $70 and we spent hours doing this, particularly AJ and Noah, doing this for you guys tonight, making sure everything was filled out perfectly to help you guys out. So we need to throw a dub in the chat. Yep, pin is for social. Do not share it here, please. Obviously, I'm not going to put it. But if you guys have a business account, put your EIN here. Okay. You can't put your data in. Are you from the U.S., Mr. Silva? DM me on Discord or... okay, if you're from Uruguay, then use the second link I put in here. Don't use the this DocuSign one. Can't use the second link? Please contact support. Let me see. Okay, don't forget, guys. This is for non-US members only. Okay. Here, Pro. What you say? Save Pro Albania. Screw it. Really? Alright, I'll do it my own time. If you guys are non-US, then is it working for anyone that is non-US? Just make sure it's all filled out the same way. Okay, work for you from Canada. All right, so if it doesn't work for you guys, then go ahead and just try it maybe tomorrow. Why would anyone trade on your own platform instead of regulated big brokers? So with a big regulated broker, good question, Larry, you have to understand, if you're in the U.S., there's a few things. You need, like I said, $25,000 just to get started day trading. When I first started, I did not have $25K. Another thing is a lot of U.S. brokers don't want to have to go through the regulatory work to be able to allow traders to short because they have to have a whole new risk department team. So, if you want to short on a US-based broker, like go short on Moomoo, go short on Thinkorswim, go short on Webull, go short on Robinhood, go short on any of these platforms, it's not going to work, especially not the stocks that we're shorting. Yeah, you could short the S&P 500, you might be able to short Tesla, do some puts, but you won't be able to short any of the smaller capitalization stocks that we take advantage of. So for those two main reasons, absolutely, I love using Hammer. And then the third is its user interface. It has the best level 2 and yada yada. I can go in immense detail on why I like it. How are the locates on hard borrow stocks? Locates, Justin, are fairly good. Now, I say fairly good because I have had a broker outside that you need at least $50,000 to have an account with, and they gave me better rates. Now, Hammer, helps for me just because I've been using them for years, and I was actually the first ever individual day trader to be on their platform. They only had hedge funds at this point. It's actually how they knew me because I have my own trading fund. Um, and so I get some discounted rates. However, in my personal account, I don't get them. And majority of the time, I'm paying probably, I'd say, if I wanted to short $10,000 worth of stock, obviously it's very dependent, but I'll probably pay like $50, which can be steep sometimes, but it does vary from stock to stock. Um, I'd say less than 0.5%. It's hard to, how can I tell you? It's just so vastly different per stock. But yeah, they have really good short availability. I'm gonna say they're the best on planet Earth. I can't sit here and be honest with you and say that because I have a broker that I've had over 6 figures on that had better locates. But at the end of the day, Hammer is still my home because I can manage 18 accounts on Hammer like nothing. It's awesome. Okay, so that's going to be it for day one, guys. I really wanted to set the groundworks of what we're going to be learning over the next 3 days. Tomorrow, we're going to be going over fundamental and technical analysis. So definitely you're not going to want to miss that one. And then day 3, I'm going to be going over this strategy. I'm going to give you guys that completely for free. Then at the end, those of you guys who make it, who want a complimentary one-on-one on top of it from me and my team, we're going to offer that to you guys. If you have any questions on filling out your onboarding packet for Hammer, don't hesitate to reach out. The best way to get a hold of me is my Discord. If you guys are not in my Discord, I will send you a link to join it right now. This is by far the best way. Can tick I do not hold on page 2. Can't. Okay. Page 2. You can't click this. I do not hold. It's working for me. This is page 1. Oh, page 2. I'm not related. All you have to do is that one. I'm not related. Okay. Cool, guys. Well, go ahead and fill this out. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is the email you guys put... the email that you guys used to open the document, Hammer's going to direct message you download links and things of that nature. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get this all over to Hammer tonight. I'm gonna send them the stuff, all the packets that are completed. So please do this tonight. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have them reach out for the download link. If you don't get an email, don't worry. I can probably figure out some backdoor method to get you guys to download it tomorrow. And once we have it downloaded, and then the last lesson before I send you guys off on Wednesday, I'm going to help you guys set it up. Anything Hammer related, basically by Wednesday, you guys should have a Hammer account ready to rock to be able to trade and take advantage of the stocks that I trade every day. And by this time, I'm going to teach you guys this strategy. Okay? So, and it's so mechanical, anyone here can do it. Honestly, guys, out of all my strategies, this is by far the easiest. I could teach it to a monkey in an afternoon. It's crazy. Okay? And AJ did make a good point. If you guys don't have money to deposit today or tomorrow, they do have a great simulated trading platform for you guys to learn and kind of get familiar with the platform before you send money. Okay? Any questions before we head out for tonight, guys? Minimum, I believe, is 500 US. Not a problem, Colin. Guys, make sure you join the Discord if you guys are not in it already. I don't know what you guys are doing if you guys are not in it. Let me send another link here. What the frick? I'm trying to invite you guys. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate you. You beat me to it. Alrighty, guys. I appreciate your time. Any questions for me before I head out? Before we move on to day 2, which is fundamental and technical analysis. If you guys have no question, just throw W in the chat if you guys learned something tonight. Colin learned something. Risk parameters, great question. Okay, we got Austin, Randy, Sonic got something, Ken got something. Awesome, guys. David got something. Risk parameters, if you absolutely want to right now, you can leave it blank. That is not mandatory. I should have probably told you guys that. Do I recommend you filling it out? Yes. But to start, if you don't want to have here, I can actually. I'm gonna send you guys one more video to copy before we head out tonight. That walks you guys through exactly. It's a private YouTube video. If you have any questions on it, you don't have to go to acetrade.com since I already got you guys the packet. So you can skip that part. But that is the link to filling out the packet if you have any questions. Again, risk parameters can be left open if you want for now. So don't worry, guys. Honestly, the only reason we have to put the package stuff in there is so you guys know what you guys are getting with each market data package, and it's how we were able to be used inside of the U.S. So disregard the package stuff. Just know if you deposit over $5,000, you will. They will automatically sign you up for expecting the fact that you want more market data, which you could turn off if you want. But it doesn't really matter because you don't select a package. You just wire or send the money to Hammer, and they see the incoming wire, and basically whatever wire you send, whatever one the amount closely correlates with, it will give you. So. But for starting out, AJ's right. Definitely, I would recommend the cheapest option as possible. Keep your monthly bills down while you guys are learning. And then when you start making a little bit of dough trading and your account gets up to 5, 10K, then that's when I would say, all right, spring for the more expensive data package so you can have more orders and things of that nature. Okay? Any questions, guys? Great questions. You guys were great. Really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight.